Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful asymmetrical top, proudly inspired by the thumbnail. It also has side darts. If this sounds like something you're interested in, keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get on with the tutorial.
For this tutorial, we're going to be drafting the patterns for the making of this top on our paper first. We'll begin by folding our paper in two because of the asymmetrical effect. Plus, make sure to have enough allowance to accommodate the hip line. Then use your hand to flatten paper to get rid of any air bubble. Now I'm going to rule half an inch away from this region. This is going to serve as my starting line or my shoulder line. I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, and that is 7.5. But instead of 7.5, I'm going to make it 8 inches. I'll go ahead to come down by 1 inch from this point. This is going to serve as my shoulder slant. Then I went ahead to divide my bust by 6, add 1.5 to that and got 7. That is going to be my armhole depth. Then I'm going to connect a straight line from that 7 inches point. This is going to serve as my chest line. Then I'm going to take what I have at my shoulder back there, that is like 8 inches, and I'm going to measure it. Then connect a straight line all the way to the top. So guys, this is my armhole. Now I'm going to divide this armhole into 2 and then come in by half an inch. This is going to serve as my armhole curve, and then divide my actual bust measurement by 4 and mark it there. So guys, I'm going to connect these 3 points together to give me my armhole curve. As for the shoulder line, I'll just be coming in by 3 inches and going down by 3 inches. Although I did not use this neckline measurement, if you want to follow exactly what the top is looking like, you can go ahead to use this measurement and even come up higher than 3 inches, like let's say by 2 inches, and then go wider by 3.5 inches to give you that perfect neckline of the style we're trying to recreate. But 3 by 3 is okay, and I won't be using 3 by 3 because I want to make mine an asymmetrical neckline. Then I'll connect the shoulder line together. From the shoulder line, I came down to my bust length measurement, which is at 9.5, and also came down to my waistline at 16 inches, and then to the full length of this top. So I want this top to stop at my hip length, and I added 8 inches to my 16 inches, and that gave me 24 inches. I'll then go ahead to connect all these lines horizontally. At the waistline, I went ahead to divide my actual waist measurement by 4 and marked it, and also divided my actual hip measurement by 4 and also marked it. With the help of my ruler, I'll go ahead to connect the bust, the waist, and also the hip line measurements. At the bust line, I went ahead to divide my nipple to nipple measurement by 2, and that gave me 3.5. I'll take this measurement all through and use my ruler to connect it in a straight line. This is going to serve as my dart line. Now guys, you need to have a knowledge on the difference between your front and your back half length measurement. As for me, I have the front half length measurement to be 16 inches and then that of the back to be 14.5. And the difference between these 2 points is 1.5 inches. So I came down at this bust line measurement by 1.5 and I connected it all the way to the nipple to nipple measurement at this side, and then I did the same thing for the upper side. This is to enable us create our bust dart. So guys, let's cut this out. Now guys, I decided to take the measurement of what I have at the both lines. I have this one to be 4.75 inches and then I have the slanted line to be 4.5 inches. I came out by that extra 2.5 and I was supposed to connect this all the way to the waistline. So guys, connect yours all the way to the waistline, don't just stop there. But to correct this mistake, we're cutting out on fabric. Having cut the top, this is what I have it looking like. I'll go down by 2 inches from any side that you want it to be. Come down by 2 inches from that point and then connect a curved line all the way to the other end. We have successfully created our asymmetrical effect for the top. I'll go ahead to cut this out. That'll be all for this pattern. You can go ahead to work with it like this, but for me, I want it to have an asymmetrical neckline, and I'm just going to go ahead to show us how I go about drafting it. So guys, for the shoulder where I want to create the asymmetrical effect, I'm going to go ahead to divide it into 2, and I'm going to mark the middle point and connect it all the way to my bust points. From the tip of my shoulder region, I'm going to come down by how deep I want it to be, and I want it to be 6.5 inches. Make a point there and then connect a horizontal line across. From the point where these 2 lines intersect, I'm going to draw a straight line all the way to the shoulder line. For the side of the second shoulder, I'm just going to be coming in by 1 inch. So this side is going to have a shorter shoulder. Mark it at that point, and then with the help of my curve ruler, connect a curved line to meet where the other neckline is. I will then go ahead to cut this out. That will be all for the drafting of the front piece. Let's go ahead to draft the back.
As for the back part, I'm not going to draft it on fold because the only difference is going to be that of the hemline. I will go ahead to mark half an inch away from this top region, which is going to serve as our starting line or our shoulder line. From the shoulder, I'm going to come down by my chest line measurements, but the half length is not going to be the same because remember that we subtracted 1.5 inches for the dart at the front. So I'm going to be marking my back measurement for my half length measurement for the back to be 14.5. Then from that 14.5, I'm just going to go down by my full length measurement. Remember that I want this to stop at my hip, so I'm going to take it all the way to that point. So I have my back in total, the full length of my back to be 22.5, while that of the front is 24 inches. The difference is due to that of the side that we have taken. I will retake this measurement and connect horizontal all through. Now guys, all the measurement that we did for the front piece, I'm going to be doing exactly the same thing. The only difference between the front and the back is that of the half length measurement. So guys, just go ahead to do everything. Now note that you notice that I did not give space for zipper allowance. The zip that we're going to be attaching to this is going to be at the side of the top and not at the back. I'll come in by 3.5 inches, which is my nipple to nipple measurement at the waist and also at the chest line, and then divide my shoulder into two and connect it all the way to the chest line measurement. Then I'm going to determine how deep I want the neckline to be. I want it to be 7 inches deep, and then rule a straight line like this. Then I'm going to come in away from where we marked earlier by 1 inch. This is to enable us to cut out our shoulder allowance. If you want it to go in deeper like this time we're trying to recreate, can go in by 2 inches, but this 1 inch is okay for me. And then I connected the line horizontally all the way to the back, and I will just go ahead to cut this out. That will be all for the cutting of the back piece. I'm just going to go ahead to align them together and then trim off this excess allowance. I went ahead to trace my pattern paper out on the actual fabric by adding half an inch to all the sides, the up, the down, the neckline, the sides. But at the shorter side, there's going to be a zip at that place. So you just go ahead to add extra inches for zip allowance. For me, I added 1 inch at that area, and for the other side, I used half an inch. As for the side that, I also went ahead to trace it out and then cut it out with half an inch. This is what I have the back to be looking like after placing my pattern paper on fabric, tracing, and then also cutting all the sides out with half an inch. So guys, you know that the side that is going to be shorter, we are going to go ahead to add extra inches for zipper allowance. I did not do that to mine. So guys, I'll just simply go ahead to place the both of them together in order to give me that asymmetrical effect. Just go ahead to place them, align them together as seen, and then go ahead to use the front to cut on the back. After doing this guys, just go ahead to place them right sides facing each other and then join the shoulder with half an inch. All what I've done to the actual fabric, I'm going to do the exact same thing for the lining piece. Having joined the shoulders together, this is what I have it looking like. I also went ahead to iron my seam allowance flat open. So I did the same thing for the lining piece too. The next thing that you want to go ahead to do is to open up your fabric just like you can see. So I'm just going to go ahead to open up the front like this and also do the same thing to the lining piece. Align them right sides facing each other. I will then go ahead to pin all the sides appropriately. By the sides, I mean the shoulders, the neckline. Make sure that everything is aligned, like the front and the lining. They are well aligned together. Now guys, after pinning, this is what I have it looking like. I'm just going to go ahead to trim off this excess here, and I'm going to make a stitch all round. Having made that stitch all round, I'll just go ahead to notch important areas. After notching and trimming all the edges of the neckline, the next thing you go ahead to do is to work on the armhole. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead to close up the armhole region, and I'm going to slightly shift the fabric a bit, like for it to have more ankara, and then I'm going to stitch it all around. Having made that stitch, guys, this is what I have it looking like. And why I made it the ankara fabric more and the lining a bit shorter is so that when we turn it to the right side, the ankara is going to like be projected outwards, so that our lining will not just be showing. Now I'll go ahead to add my darts. So the dart is very simple. Just go ahead to measure out how long it is on your paper, like on the pattern paper, and then I'm just going to go ahead to transfer it all the way to the front. So I have mine to be 4.5, and I'm going to take include the half an inch that we also gave the fabric, and I'm going to sew it with 5 inches all the way down. And I'm also going to do the same thing for the second side, but the second side is going to be more. It's going to be about 5.5 to 6 inches because of the zipper allowance. And then when before you go ahead to join it, you want to make sure that when you measure in between the two darts, you should have 7 inches or whatever you took for the breast mouth measurements. Now guys, I've gone ahead to stitch my darts for the actual fabric only. I'm going to go ahead to do the exact same thing for the lining piece. Now guys, as we are done with the neck and the armhole region and also the dart, let's go ahead to close the side of the longer part of this top. So we're just going to go ahead to close the side in this way inwards. So I'll just go ahead to open it as seen and then roll it inwards, and then just go ahead to match the right side facing each other, and of the main fabric and also right side facing each other of the lining. Please, if you don't understand what I'm saying, just kindly watch what I'm doing. After joining it together, this is what I have it looking like. So guys, I made sure to align them very well at the midpoint of that lining and ankara fabric. Now I'm just going to go ahead to turn this inwards. So this is what I have it looking like, guys. Very neat. So when we turn this all the way to the other side, it's not going to be showing any joining allowance. Now next thing for us to go ahead to work on is to work on the lower piece of this. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead to open it up as seen, and I'm going to make a stitch all around. Now the front is a bit longer than the back. I'll just go ahead to trim off this excess right here, but before doing that, I'm just going to go ahead to close up the down with half an inch. Now guys, having joined the lower part together, this is what I have it looking like. I'll just go ahead to trim off the excess fabric. Now guys, that will be all for now. So let's go ahead to turn this all out to the right side. Now guys, I don't know if you have a better method of going about this, but it was really hard for me to turn this out to the right side. So I went ahead to loosen the both shoulders. So I had to lose the both shoulder of both the ankara and the lining piece for the front and back, so I can be able to turn this all out. If you have a better way of going about this, kindly leave it in the comment section. Thank you. So guys, after losing both the shoulders, this is what I have it looking like, and I've been able to successfully turn this all the way to the right side. So the first thing I'll just go ahead to do is to close up the neck area completely for both the front and the back. Having closed the neck areas, guys, this is what I have it looking like. Now the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to rejoin the shoulders back. So guys, just like normal we normally join our shoulders, I'm just going to go ahead to open this up like this and then align it at the midpoint. I will now go ahead to make a straight stitch all the way through. Now guys, having joined my shoulder, this is what I have it looking like. Now guys, the next thing to go ahead to do is to close up the little space that we have at the top of the armhole, and for that there are basically two ways you can go about this. So I made use of the two different ways for the two different sleeves. Now the first thing you can go ahead to do is to turn it all the way inside, just like you can see, turn it all the way through, and then you try and align the middle of the shoulder to align with the middle of the lining piece, and then pin it, and then you stitch it all through. But know that while stitching you need to leave a little space for you to bring this out. I've gone ahead to make that stitch and left a little bit of space so I can be able to turn this all the way to the right side. So let's go ahead to turn this now. Having turned this to the right side, I'm just going to go ahead to fold this little opening a bit and then iron it and then stitch it. Now for the second side, rather than me going through the same method, I'll just go ahead to just simply fold it inwards, iron, and then make my stitch. Now guys, having closed the both sides successfully, this is what I have it looking like. So I can actually get away with this top stitching because this is Ankara and it's not really that evident. But if you're working on a plain fabric, it's going to be a bit obvious. So guys, we're almost done with this blouse. Now the next thing for us to go ahead to do is to add our zipper to this. Now guys, before we go ahead to add our zip, you need to prepare the zipper allowance. You just need to simply go ahead to make a stitch to close up the lining and the main fabric, and then go ahead to weave that region. Now guys, let's go ahead to add our zip. You must make sure to use a zip that can open and close at the bottom. By a zip that can separate itself, this is what I mean. Now guys, I'm going to be stitching this from the bottom all the way to the top, like that area where the zip meets themselves at the bottom is going to be down, and they are going to stitch it all the way to the top. So I'll just go ahead to do mine. Now I just want to just show you what the zipper area is looking like after stitching and also weaving. This is what I'll be looking like. Now let's go ahead to add our zip to this. Having attached my zip to the top, guys, this is what I have it looking like, and that will be all for this tutorial. If you found the tutorial helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and also comment. Thank you all for watching this far, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.